The first thing you need to do is be safe. Disconnect the appliance or turn off the breaker to avoid electric shock. Hello guys, welcome to DIY Repair Now. Today we're going to be working on this GE side by side. The model number is on the display. And the problem that we have with this refrigerator is that it's not giving us water. There's the model number again, or ice, and sometimes make a rattling sound. It goes like something like that. I just did that because that's exactly what I was doing. So you're probably familiar. If you're searching to repair this issue, you're already familiar with that noise. We're going to start removing the filter and this cover. Just pull it out and it will come right out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove these two screws that holds the filter housing. By the way, the problem on this refrigerator, if it's doing that, is the filter housing, and this is what we're working on right now on this video. Is to
I don't know if you have a new one or something
that holds the filter housing in place. So we're gonna go ahead and get these two screws out, and then we're gonna go to the back to be able to remove the filter housing completely. We already got that part done, and we're gonna go ahead and pull the refrigerator out to be able to get to the back. The next thing we're gonna do is remove these two 1/4 screws. Okay, and if you want, you can disconnect the refrigerator to work better. And we remove that cover, and there's also a putty, the plumbing putty, that is helping to seal everything. Don't forget to turn off the water, and we're gonna go ahead and remove these two water lines. They are attached together. I'm using two crazy wrench, but you can use, I believe it's a 10 millimeter ratchet that you need for this. And remove the water line from the water valve. Be prepared for water to spill out, because it's always water coming from the filter. Now again, you can disconnect the refrigerator. I suggest you disconnect the refrigerator. Sometimes I worked with the refrigerator plugged in, but it's only because I do this every day. I mentioned this because in a couple of videos, somebody say, hey, you always suggest to remove the to turn off the refrigerator, but you never does. As you see right now, I'm removing the filter housing like so. And now we're gonna bring the new filter housing. The part number, it's on the display, and you can get this part on the link of this video on Amazon if you like. I'm gonna go ahead and open the box, get the new filter housing out, and go ahead and fish it through this hole and put it in place. If you can have somebody to help you do this repair, it would be best for you, but I'm doing it by myself, so just bear with me. We're gonna go ahead and secure this filter housing on the inside of the refrigerator by installing the two 1/4 screws. By the way, the screws goes on the top, but on the bottom of this housing, it has like two teeth that are securing the bottom part. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead and put the cover back on, untwist the bypass filter, and go ahead and install your new filter. This filter is brand new. The customer bought it like 2 days ago, but it was still not giving him water. Go ahead and put the putty right there to prevent some hot air to go inside the refrigerator, and install the cover that covers the two water hoses, water tubings, and they are secured by two 1/4 screws. Just make sure don't over tighten it or Don't leave it loose because it will get hot air inside and it will create a condensation. Just put it the same way you remove it. My suggestion is go ahead and take pictures before you remove anything. One of this line goes to the water valve, and I'm using a crazy wrench to tighten it. Just do it enough. Don't over tighten it or leave it loose. Go ahead and leave the refrigerator out to make sure it's not leaking after you finish the repair. Make sure it's not leaking from any other parts that you are attaching each other. See, I'm putting this part together as well. And you just got to make sure it's tight. Again, don't over tighten it because you can damage the filter house, the filter housing, water hoses attachments. So like I said, just work with what you got, or go ahead and get those tools at Home Depot or any auto part, and that's how you tie. See, I'm not putting any torque on it. It's just like basically until you start putting a little bit of stress on it, and that should be enough. Don't over tighten it. Just make sure there's no leaks. Open your water valve, which is there. Sometimes I don't mess with that water valve. What I do is I kink the water line, because if you have an old house, that water valve can go bad if you open and close. But that would be a different issue. Go ahead and install the screws that covers your bottom panel. And at this point, we're pretty much done. This just secure the water hoses in place. This tape is not from manufacturing. It looked like the customer thought that this was the issue, that the rattling sound was coming from the water hoses, but it was not that. It was the filter housing. And as you see, we're getting some water now. What would you do is dump about 5, 6, 7 cups to get all the air out of the lines, because the new filter housing does not have any water. Or if you're installing a new filter, remember, there's no water in the filter, it's only air, so you have to bleed it out. At this point, we're pretty much done. And
if this video helped you in any way, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.